On Sunday, March 22nd, two large ballistic missiles slammed into the southern cities of Dimona and Arad.
Whoa!
Together, over 175 people were injured, making this the largest mass casualty event of this war to date. The next morning, I traveled down to both impact sites to speak with Dean Elsdunne, the international spokesperson for the police, to get a better understanding of what happened. I'm Eli Katzoff, video reporter for the Times of Israel.
What happened here last night?
So we got two barrages of Iranian ballistic missiles targeting once again our residential communities, the first one in Dimona and the second one here in Arad. The missile itself landed right in between these buildings, causing severe damage to the infrastructure. Upwards of 88 civilians, including children, were medically evacuated here.
Were there missile fragments let, like unexploded devices here in this area?
Here specifically, none of them were the missile itself exploded. You could see the result of the blast. But our first responders from the Israel police, specifically the EOD, the bomb squads, need to neutralize the fragments because they can contain acid and fuel from the ballistic missile that's still hazardous to breathe in, hazardous to touch. And so we need to clear that so the first responders can go inside of these buildings.
When you come to a scene like this, what are the things you're seeing here? Can you describe that to us?
So the initial stages are obviously chaos. People don't understand what's taking place. First responders are trying to gather the information, what's impacted. You have people who are initially missing, parents looking for their children. So we have to open up tents so that way we can organize all the information to come in clearly. Even though some of these buildings were under danger of collapsing, our first responders were rushing in, and slowly we start to paint a picture. What took place, who's missing, how many casualties, but our main focus is life-saving operations, getting the civilians out of here and getting those that need medical treatment as quickly as possible to hospitals.
We had to pause the interview for a few moments as the area we were standing in was deemed unsafe due to the risk of the surrounding buildings possibly collapsing. We picked it up a few moments later next to a bombed-out bus across the street.
Tell me about the evacuations.
It's multifaceted. We have to then bring in buses here because these people have no home left. We need to find places for them. So here specifically in Arad, we got in touch with the municipality and we've set up locations in the Dead Sea and Jerusalem where now these families need to be evacuated to. But you saw the damage here. There's not really anything for them to take. So they're packing just a few clothes in a backpack, getting onto the bus, and they're going to be in these hotels for a while.
Do we know what happened to safe
room? So here specifically, the safe room is underground, with the protected shelters underneath the ground. Many people were able to go. I've spoken with some of the residents that said they felt the boom as if it was inside of the protected shelter with them. Obviously, we're talking about a very heavy warhead here, not a cluster missile like we've seen lately in Tel Aviv or other areas like Jerusalem. But there's no doubt that protected shelters are saving lives, whether it's the mamad, the safe room inside the house, or whether it's the protected shelter underneath ground or the public ones. We've seen time and time again that they're protecting lives.
There are a lot of people that were injured in this blast.
At the end of the day, we obviously need to conduct an assessment to see where people were standing. It's too early to tell you. We haven't spoken with the people. Many of them were medically evacuated to hospitals. We need to discuss with them where they were and everything. But the point of the matter is that you've seen the damage. There was no fatalities here in the initial response, which is a miracle in and of itself. And I think a huge factor in that has to do with people going down to their protected shelters.